See, today we are going on to chapter 6, graphs. If I remember correct, you might have studied this graph in mathematical ideas as an introduction, just only an introduction part. What is the meaning of graph? Here we are going to give you the full detailed idea. What is the meaning of graph? How we are going to draw the graph? How we are going to measure the graph? All these things we are going to discuss in this chapter. What is the meaning of graph? See, graph is nothing but a collection of points which are called vertices and joined by the lines called edges. That is, for example, I'm going to draw a graph. Graph means I should have two end points. I should have two end points and to have a line joined by a line. So here I am having V1. This point I am going to take the first point. This point I am going to take V1 vertex. V is called the vertex, and I am going to take the next end point as V2. The line joining these 2 points is called edge. The line joining these 2 points is called edge. I am going to take this as E1. Like this, I can have any number of lines. For example, I am having another line from here to here. So here this is V1, V2. I am going to take this as V3. So each point is called vertex. Each point is called vertex. Each line is called edge. Each line is called edge. I am going to take this as E2, edge 2. Even we are having, if I have a loop, which is called, meaning of loop is nothing but a point, a line starting and ending on the same point. A line which is starting and ending on the same point is called loop. Is called loop. For example, in V3, I am going to draw a loop. In V3, I am going to draw a loop. Teacher, will it be a circle? Just like a circle. Loop is nothing but just like a circle. It may be in any form, like this also, eclipse or something, ellipse. Okay, but the basic idea, it starts from the point and finish at the same point. It finishes at the same point. This is called graph. This is called graph. Here, let me try to. Okay. It will start and finish on the same point. The most important idea for graph, we need to know about the degree of a vertex. How to find the degree of a vertex. The meaning of degree of vertex, the number of edges passing through the line. Number of edges passing through the line is called degree of the vertex. For example, I am going to take V1. How many lines are passing through V1? 1, 2, isn't it? So I am going to write degree of V1 is 2. Why? Because from V1, how many lines are going? 1, 2, 2 lines are going. I am going to check the degree of V2. When I take V2, how many lines are passing through V2? Only one line. Only one line. I am going to find the degree of V3. I am going to find the degree of V3. Here, how many lines are passing? One line. But the loop will contribute 2 to the degree. Here, for example, if I take this loop as E4, E3, edge 3, edge 3 will contribute 2 to the degree. Why can you say? Why? Because I don't know from which point it will start and it will end. Maybe going from this side, from left to right, or maybe going from right to left? We don't know. So the loop contributes 2 to the degree. So when I say 2 to the degree of V3 will be E2. I am having one line here. E3 will be counted 2 times. E3 will be counted 2 times. So the degree of V3 is 3. So the degree of V3 is 3. This is called degree of the vertex. This is called degree of the vertex. How many lines are passing through the vertex? How many lines are passing through the vertex? Where the loop contributes 2 to the degree. Where the loop contributes 2 to the degree. Understand the idea, dear? Using this idea, today we are going to discuss some problems. Using this idea, we are going to discuss some problems. See, here the question will be like this. Find the degrees of vertices and verify handshaking theorem. I am having a diagram. I am having a graph. This is the graph. Here I am going to check how many vertices are there, how many edges are there, and what is the degree of the vertices. When I check here, I am having V1, V2, V3, V4, V5. I am having 5 vertices, isn't it? I am having 5 vertex because V1, V2, V3, V4. I am having 5 vertex. How many lines I am having? I am going to check E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, E6, E7, E8, E9, E10, E11. So how many edges I am having? I am having 11 edges. How many edges I am having? 11 edges. So I am going to represent the graph. I am going to represent the graph. Always we are going to represent the graph with the vertex and edges. Always we are going to represent the graph with the vertex. First we are going to write how many vertex, and then we are going to write how many edges. I am going to check this graph. How many vertices I have? I am having 5 vertex, 5 vertices and 11 edges. So I am going to write the vertex as 5 and 11. 5 and 11. So always the representation of graph is vertex comma edges. Always the representation of graph is vertex comma this one. So when I count, I can write in the numbers, number of vertices. If they have how many vertices are there, if the question is to find only the number of vertices, I am going to write 5. What is the number of edges? 11. How you can represent the graph G of VE? 5 comma 11. Now I am going to find the degree of each vertex. I am going to find the degree of each vertex. We are going to write the degree of each vertex like this. You have to remember this for the exam, dear. dg of V1. That means the degree of the graph G vertex 1. Degree of V vertex 1 in graph G. So I am going to check here. Where is V1? Here is V1. How many edges are passing through it? I am going to count the number of lines passing through V1. E1 is going 1. E2 is going 2. E5 is going 3. E4 is going 4. E3 is a loop. That means it will contribute 2 times. E3, 2 times. So what is the number of edges passing through this V1? What is the number of edges passing through V1? 6, isn't it? So what are all the vertices? I am going to write for your understanding purpose. I am writing here. What are all the vertices? E1, E2, E3, but E3 is a loop, so 2 times E3 comma E3. E3 is a loop, so I am going to write it 2 times. Correct? E1, E2, E3 2 times, E4 and E5, E4 and E5, E4 and E5. So now I am going to count the number of edges. How many edges are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I am going to write the degree of V1 is 6. So the degree of V1 is 6. Understand the idea, dear? Shall I proceed in the same way? The next one, degree of V2. Degree of V2. I am going to check V2. What are all the vertices going from V2, dear? E4, E6, E7, E8. 4 vertices. There is no loop. There is no loop. So I am having for V2, I am having E4, E4, E6, isn't it? E6. Count here. E4, E6, E7, E8. E7, E8. So E4, E7, E8. So what is the number of vertices here now? I am having 4 edges. So the degree of V2 is 4. So the degree of V2 is 4. In the same idea, we have to find the degree of vertices of all the vertices. We have to find the vertices of all, the degree of all the vertices. I am going to check for V3. I am having E8, E10, E11 is the loop. That means it should be written 2 times. It should be written 2 times. So V3 is E8, E10, E11, E11, isn't it? So I am having 4, E8, E10, E11 I am having 2 times because this is a loop. So I will have E11 2 times. Understand the idea, dear, now? What about the next one, V4? When I take V4, I am having E5, E6,
E9, teacher. E9, E5, E6,
E9, E5, E6,
yes,
E7 and
yes.
E10.
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 Yes.
So E9, E9, E5,
E5, E6,
E5, E6, E7, E10, E9, E5, E6, E7 and E10. So what is the number now, total number? I am going to count the numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
So this is 5. Finally, I am going to check the degree of V5. How many things are there? I am having E1, E2, E9. 3 vertices are going E1, E2, E9. So this is E1, E2, E9. Dear, in exam, no need to write the edges. I need only the number 6, 4, 4, 5, 3. That's all. I need only the number. The bracket, the edges are only for your understanding. I am writing this only for the understanding. And everybody understand the idea? Got the idea, dear? Here, the meaning of handshaking theorem. I am going to add the numbers. I am going to add the vertices. I am going to add the degree of the vertices. 6 plus 4 plus 4 plus 5 plus 3. So this is 10, 10 plus 4, 14, 19, 22. Always your total should be 2 times of the edges. Always your total should be 2 times of the edges. What is the number of edges here? 11, isn't it? So the total should be always 2 multiply 11, 22. If the number of edges is 14, the answer should be 28. If the number of edges is 50, the answer should be 100. So this is based on the number of edges. it should be 2 times of the number of edges. If you get the same number, then the handshaking theorem is true. If you don't get this, that means there is a mistake in your calculation. The theorem is always true. The theorem is always true. That means there is a mistake in your calculation. You have to check it again. You have to check it again, the answers. You have to check the answer again for the correction. Understand the idea, dear? This chapter and all very easy, dear. Okay. These chapters are very easy chapters. Here we are going to discuss about adjacent vertices and
Doctor,
yes, dear.
can you repeat it again for yes,
Dear,
this?
dear, here
Yeah.
you have to take the count the number of lines passing through each vertex. When I take V1, how many lines are passing through? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, if I have a loop, I am going to add 2 times. I am going to add 2 times. E1, E2, E5, E4, E3, I will take 2 times. I am going to count the number E1, E2, E3 2 times, E4, E5. How many numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the degree is 6. In the same idea, we are going to find all the numbers. For V2, E4, E6, E7, E8. How many lines are passing through V2, E4, E6, E7, E8? 4 edges. I am going to check for V3. V3 I am having E8, E10, but E11 is a loop. That means I have to repeat 2 times. E11 is a loop. I am going to repeat 2 times. E8, E10, E11, E11, 2 times. So how many edges? 1, 2, 3, 4. The same idea for V4 and V5. Just count the numbers. For V4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For V5, 1, 2, 3. So take the number and count the number of edges and take the numbers. Take the numbers. For handshaking theorem, you are going to add all the numbers 6 plus 4 plus 5 plus 4 plus 5 plus 3. The total is 22. Always this total should be 2 times of your edges. Here, whatever the number you have, based on this, it should be 2 times. Here we are having 11 edges. That means the answer should be 2 into 11, 22. If you don't get 2 times of the edges, then there is a mistake in your calculation. There is a mistake in your calculation. So you have to recount again. You have to recount again. Understand the idea now?
Yes, doctor.
Now the same idea we are going to discuss about adjacent vertices and adjacent edges. What is the meaning of adjacent? Adjacent is nothing but beside. The meaning of adjacent is nothing but beside. So for the vertices that are connected by an edge, if I have a common edge between 2 vertices, then it is called, the vertices are called adjacent vertices. In the same idea, if I have a common vertex, then it is called adjacent edges. See, for example, I am going to take here V1 and V2. I am having a line, isn't it? So I am going to write V1 and V2 are adjacent. V1 and V2 are adjacent. If I take the same time, V1 and V4 is also adjacent because there is a line between V1 and V4. There is a line between V1 and V4. So V1 and V4 is also adjacent. I am going to take V1 and V5. Again, there is a line between V1 and V5. So V1 and V5 is also adjacent. But when I take V3, there is no direct line between V1 and V3. There is no direct line between V1 and V3. So V3 is not adjacent. V3 is not adjacent. When I take V1, V1 is adjacent to V1 because I am having a loop. I am having a loop. So the meaning of adjacent, the vertices that are connected by a edge, that are connected by the edge. The same idea, the meaning of adjacent edges, the meaning of adjacent edges where I am having a common vertex. For example, if I take E1 and E2, they are intersecting at V1 or V5 in both the places, isn't it? E1 and E2 is intersecting at V1. If I take E2 and E5, yes, they are adjacent because they are intersecting at V1. If I take E2 and E9, they are adjacent. Why? Because they are intersecting at V5. But if I take E2 and E10, they are not adjacent because they are not having common vertex. They are not having common vertex. Using this idea, we are going to discuss adjacency list, adjacency matrix, and incidence matrix. Using this idea, we are going to discuss adjacency list, adjacency matrix, and incidence matrix. The meaning of adjacency list, I am going to take out the number. One second here. Hello, please, yes, I am in the class. No problem. I will call you after. So the meaning of adjacency list, I am going to take all the adjacent vertices. I am going to take all the adjacent vertices. In the same idea, if I represent them on 0 and 1, then it is called a matrix. If I represent with 0 and 1, then it is called a matrix. If I take the vertex, then it is called adjacent matrix. If I take the vertices, if I check for vertices, then it is called adjacency matrix. If I take the edges, then it is called incidence matrix. If I take the edges, then it is called incidence matrix. This is very simple idea, dear. See, represent the following graph as adjacency list, adjacency matrix, and incidence matrix. For the list, I am going to take the vertex. How many vertex are there? I am having V1, V2, V3, V4, V5. So I am going to take all the vertices in a table. Vertex V1, V2, V3, V4, V5. I am going to check which vertices are connected by a line. Which vertices are connected by a line. For example, if I take V1, V1 is connected by an edge E1, correct? V1 is connected by a edge V1. So V1 is adjacent to V1. I am going to take V2. Yes, there is the two lines are there between V1 and V2. V1 and V2, we are having two lines. So I am going to write here for adjacent matrices, V1 is adjacent to V1. V1 is adjacent to V2, and then I am going to check the other vertices. When I check for V3, there is no line. When I check for V4, there is no line. When I check for V5, there is no line. So for V1, the adjacency vertices are only two vertices, which are V1 and V2, which are V1 and V2. Let me check for V2, you will understand very easily. When I take V2, V2 is connected to V1, V2 is connected to V1, V2 is connected to V3, V2 is connected to V3, V2 is connected to V4, V2 is connected to V4, and V2 is connected to V5. So I am going to take the adjacency vertices. What are all the vertices? V1 is connected, V2 is connected, no V2, V3 is connected, V4 is connected, and V5 is connected. Isn't it? When I take from V2, V1 is connected, V3 is connected, V4 is connected, and V5 is connected. In the same idea, I am going to take V5, V3. Can you say the answer? Who can give the answer for V3? What are all the vertices? We have having only two vertices, V2 and
V5.
V5. So for V3, we are having only two vertices. One is V2 and the other one is V5. In the same idea, I am going to find for V4. When I take V4, I am having V2 and there is the loop. So again V4. There is the loop. Again there is a V4. So I am going to take V2 and V4. I am going to check the last vertex V5. For V5, I am having connection to V2 and V3. I am having
V3,
connection to
V2.
excellent dear, excellent dear. So this is V2 and V3. So if I write them in a list, if I write them in a list, then it is called adjacency list. If I write them with a comma, 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 comma in a table, then it is called adjacency list. If I write the same thing in a matrix, then it is called adjacency matrix. See, for example, I am going to check here E1, V1. When I take V2, I am having two edges, E2, E3. I am having two edges. So for V1 to V1, I am having one line. When I take V1 to V2, I am having two lines. So the vertices will become V1 to V2 is 2 times. V1 to V2 is 2 times. I am going to check for V3. Here, from here itself, you can take, there is no V3, there is no V4, there is no V5. So all the values will be 0. All the values will be 0. In the same idea, now I am going to take for V2. When I take V2 for V1, I am having two lines. V3 one line, V4 one line, V5 one line. So the matrix will be 2, 1 line, 1 line, 1 line. So 1, 1, 1. Understand the idea, dear? What is the meaning of adjacency matrix? So I am going to check for the vertices and number of edges passing through them. Number of edges passing through them. For example, I am going to take V3. I am having V2 and V5. So other values will be 0. V1 is 0, V2 is 1, V3 is 0, V4 is 0, V5 is 1. V5 is 1. I am going to check for V4. For V4, V2 and V4, there is the loop, isn't it? So V2, 1 and V4, 1. All the other values will be 0. All the other values will be 0. The final one, I am going to check for V5. V5 is having line to V2 and V3. So the matrix will be V21, V31. All the other values will be 0. All the other values will be 0. Everybody understand the idea, dear? What is the meaning of adjacency matrix? I am going to take the vertices. I am going to check how many edges are passing through them. How many edges are passing through them. The final last idea is called incidence matrix. The meaning of incidence matrix, I am going to map between the vertex and the edges. I am going to map between the vertex and edge. I am going to check here for V1. V1 is having link to E1. V1 is having link to E2. V1 is having link to E3. When I check for E4, there is no link. E5, no link. E6, no link. E7, no link. E8, no link. So when I take the numbers between the vertex and the edges, then it is called incidence matrix. So this is what we said here when we are taking the incidence matrix, the vertex and edges. Vertex and edges. This is what we gave the definition. So V1 to E1 1, V1 to E2 1, V1 to E3 1, all the other edges are 0. All the other edges are 0. Now I am going to check for V2. For V2, what are all the numbers we have? We have for E2, we have for E3, E4, E6, E7. E2, E3, E4, E6, E7. So I'm going to
What about
take one.
E8, doctor? E8? No E8?
E8 is only for V4, no? There is no link for
Uh-huh.
V2.
Okay.
Isn't it? For V2, take V2
Alright.
and check how many lines. E2 is going, E3 is going, E7 is going, E6 is going, and E4 is going. So take only those numbers. So take only those numbers. So V2, E2, E3, E4, E5, and E6 and E7. In the same idea, you have to check for all the vertices. When I take for V3, I am having only E4 and E5. When I take E3, I am having only two lines, E4 and E5. In the same idea, when I take E4, I am having only two numbers, E7 and E8. When I take V4, I am having only two lines, E7 and E8. So V7 and E8. Finally, when I check for V5, I am having only two lines, E6, E5 and E6, E5 and E6. For all the other numbers, we are going to take 0. For all the other numbers, we are going to take 0. Understand the idea, dear? Everyone understand the idea? Because today I want to finish the class. We will continue in the next class if you understand. This is chapter 6. This is very easy idea, dear.
Yes, it's clear.
Yeah, everybody understand, dear? Shall I finish the class today now? Thank you all, dear. Thank you for your cooperation. We will continue
Thank
in
you
the
very
next
much.
class. We will continue in the next class. Thank you, dear. Thanks a lot. I will upload tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
Okay? Thank you. Thank you all.